The Slug Cult Show is back.
We all know the life is hard, mostly sucks. But if you think it's bad right now, just wait, it gets a whole lot worse. And I ain't saying that you shouldn't try to kill yourself. But before you go, enjoy the Slug Cult Show.
We're here fucking around with this goddamn thing. They had to move the mops out of here so we could have a spot.
Mops?
And I think it was some mops and whatnot. That wasn't here. With this festival. I don't feel that festive though. There's always some asshole at one of these things that like thinks he's Freddie Mercury at Wembley, and he's over here and all this shit, and like fucking it's annoying as fuck. You got some asshole beating on some fucking practice drums somewhere out of tune, out of time. Fucking, it's a bunch of horse shit. It's just constantly. There's a bunch of these little fucking cubicles, kind of like, you know, like your daddy probably works in, your mommies, and you know, they put the band names on them and whatnot. And it's just a bunch of fucking horse shit with fucking bunch of goddamn alcoholics sitting around waiting to fucking on bullshit. And then you go down and like maybe they got a pisser. Maybe somebody's already clogged it up and flooded the motherfucker. Who knows? But it's always some fucking horse shit. See, I mean, this is a goddamn pisser. And then like, you know, it's like, there'll be some fucking asshole and he'll be fucking like, you know, practicing his scales or whatnot. But it's just, you know, whatever the fuck. And like, then you have some horse shit room where a bunch of motherfuckers are chugging down on some bullshit. And that's pretty much it. That's the festival.
The cow says, moo. The pig says,
get on the ground! Now! Hands where I can see them!
Oh, hi. Time travel. So you want to go back into the past, right? But the issue with that is, it's like, even when you figure out how to make a machine that's going to like kind of reverse entropy, that way go down the timeline to get to the yesteryear, you know, in the whole big cube of space-time, you know, we think about the universe, we think about like, you know, a lot of us just think of that little mobiles we made when we were like in school, where it's like the sun in the middle of a big styrofoam ball, and then you have these other styrofoam balls, and they circle around it, you know, whatever. But that ain't really how it works. You know, you got your sun and your planets and all your horseshit, and they're caught in each other's gravity, and they're also just fucking flying at like these tremendous speeds, spiraling and go. So you go back in the past, you know, the problem is, then all of a sudden, you're in the middle of fucking space, because Earth ain't here. You're like, oh shit, this ain't where I left from. So if we go back in time, we also have to know the planet's position at that time point in the whole grid of the cube of space-time, so that you're not just out in the void somewhere. So you got these giant distances of space-time, and when you're talking about like light years, possible to even traveling at light speed or something to have a ship that could carry enough resources and stuff to make these giant distances to go to the thing. But if your ship was essentially traveling, you know, through this fold of space-time, then if you had the cosmos kind of mapped out in such a way, you know, with your equipment, that you could pinpoint where at this exact certain time something else was going to line up at a certain point, then you might could by shimmying through time, you could cut down on some of the fucking space. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, the math's out. I ain't trying to get too fucking like technical on it. I'm just saying like you can get your pencil and paper out and stick your tongue out, figure it out. But trust me bro. Trust me, bro. It's gonna be a lot of trust me, bro, on this. Like, kind of interesting too, because like if you know, if you say, you know, like in all these like sci-fi movies, like alien invasion type stuff and shit, like if like a anti-gravitic device, like a machine, a space traveling machine, was essentially a time machine, because they kind of slid sideways through time to cut distance, then man, that would make invasion really easy. Like, let's say like the aliens was coming to invade us, like you know, next week or something, or next month. Well, right before they got here, all they got to do, the day they arrive, they just go back to however far back in our history as they want, and they could even go to multiple points. They could see the whole fucking belief system, you know, about themselves, so that to prepare us for their arrival. Then when they get here, fucking, you know, they done started a whole religion. They done started a whole fucking whatever. They don't even have to fucking fight. They don't even have to fucking take a swing. They don't have to fire a gun. We'll be like, oh, we've been waiting for you forever. Like caveman paintings and everything else. Oh, we've been dreaming about you and everything. And also like, you know, like so many people that talk about like how they've been like abducted and stuff. And some of them say like, you know, they've been getting abducted their whole lives and stuff. It's like, well, to them it's their whole life. But, you know, if you got a time machine, that could just be one asshole's work day. You know, they'd be like, since lunch, he's like, I'll go fucking check on this asshole again. And it's just like popping in all these different points in your life to check how your DNA is doing, how the, you know, whatever they're fucking, you can essentially terraform a planet to be suitable for whatever your biology and stuff is as soon as you get there, because you could go back, you know, millions of years and set the stage. So in the better part of a day, you could have affected the whole history of a planet and everything that lived on it. In which case, they would have already lost the invasion that hadn't even happened yet, essentially, you know, before your arrival. But I do love that shit. I don't know, something about it. Fucking, this is my schizophrenia. It's like biology, man. It's like you think about like some planet. It's like totally different than ours, totally different environment, but say consciousness of some form, shape developed there. And, you know, maybe it's not even carbon based, maybe it's like silicon based or anything else, you know, but it has a totally different environment, totally different gravitational pulls, totally different everything, you know, and so it needed a totally different set of senses and sense organs and things to adapt to its world, and so it builds technologies based off its sort of sensory inputs, you know. Hell, I mean, you know, you got infrasound, ultrasound, you got like fucking, you know, and different infrared, like different, like all these different frequencies and observables that we can't, you know, even scope out without equipment. So it's like, you gotta think, you know, something coming up with a completely different, you know, evolutionary process. If something was like that different, you know, it's possible we could be side by side each other and neither one of us even be aware of the other one's existence, you know. It's like, could just exist so differently that, like, you know, our, you know, we just have no means of communication, you know, and like, I mean, it's like you see like plants and stuff, you know, if you watch like sped up like trees and shit and vines and things, you'll see like they almost look like animals. They're moving around, they're grabbing shit, they choke each other out, they fucking, you know, like doing all kinds of crazy shit. You know, don't even get started on like the goddamn fungus and stuff, you know, the mycelium and all that shit, like fucking, Jesus Christ, that shit's probably smarter than us. That shit probably is alien. You know, if you, the true top of the food chain, it probably is some bacteria or some fungus or some kind of fucking thing that, like, we don't even really consider that much. It's probably like putting every thought in your fucking head that you have. Anyway, all right, I'm getting fucking sidetracked. Jesus Christ. Don't let me do that. Okay, because the shit gets me, I get all geeked up on this shit, so it's like it gets me sidetracked. So.
Fuck you! You masturbating Muhammad. chest deep, masturbating Muhammad, masturbating Muhammad. Aisha, bit of moving. Aisha's waiting out in the car. It's hard, masturbating Muhammad. Oh Lord, masturbating Muhammad. Now all of Islam knows me well. I'm the king of the infidels, masturbating Muhammad, masturbating Muhammad. Aisha, bit of moving. Aisha's waiting out in the dark. Fuck you, masturbating Muhammad. All of you, you're masturbating Muhammad. The Ayatollah's rolling in his grave, but he did look cool with big ass eyebrows. So hate Muhammad. Ooh, masturbating Muhammad. Aisha, bit of moving. Aisha's waiting out in the dark.
Come closer. The slugs have chosen you.
His lively nature.
His tireless nature.
He moves effortlessly between light and shadow.
Fuck this show, it's the stupidest show that I've ever seen. Stupidest show I've seen. Stupidest show I've seen. It's the Slug Cult Show.